Thank you for watching another video today on Money Madness. My name is Blair. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Comments, that's good. Let me know what you think about my videos. If you have any ideas about new ones or if you have any comments on old ones, I'm happy to receive the feedback. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about, or maybe a lot, about inflation. So, inflation has been the talk of the town for sure. It's on the news, it's in the newspapers, on the internet. Everyone's talking about it. But what exactly is it? Well, inflation is pretty easy to understand. Inflation is when prices go up. So, what happens when prices go up? Let's take an example. There's a gallon of milk that I buy. I've been buying for years. The same gallon of milk. $2.68 has been the cost probably for years or, a long time. And then maybe not even 2 months ago, it's gone up. And I was just in the grocery store today and it's $3.68. So from $2.68 to $3.68. So what happens when prices go up? Well, your money is worth less because it takes more money to buy the same thing that you just bought not long ago. So really, inflation is it's not a good thing. If in a mild form, it's okay, but when it starts to get into the double digits, that's it makes life harder because you need more and more money just to do the same stuff you've always been doing. And so that has a lot to do with us having a fiat currency, which fiat just means the government. There's nothing backing it. There's no silver. There's no gold. It's just it has value because the government says it has value. And pretty much every currency nowadays is on a gold. Every currency is a fiat currency now. And I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to go back to a gold standard or a silver standard. So we're stuck with the fiat currency. Now, I'm going to say 4 reasons why I think inflation is happening. I'm not an economist. I'm not an expert in this, but I've just been trying to learn and gather data, and this is what I think. So the barrel of oil has been going up a lot. Earlier today it was $110, the futures contract for that. The government also has been borrowing and spending a lot of money. That's nothing new, but they've been doing, a lot more recently. That's number 2. Number 3 is the Federal Reserve printing money, which is not necessarily printing physical money, but just buying treasury bonds and putting money into the system. Sometimes they call it quantitative easing. And then we also have supply chain shortages. So our for a number of reasons, and all of these areas I'm covering are very complex. They could have their own video easily by themselves. But if you haven't noticed, the grocery store and stores in general are short of supplies for a long time now, for several months. And so if the same amount of money is chasing less goods, prices are bound to go up. So a little bit about each one. The barrel of oil is mainly determined by futures traders. So it's a futures contract for barrels of oil, and it can be very volatile. It can go up a lot or down a lot in one day. And just a couple of years ago, it was crashed. Oil was low. It was even negative for a little while, which I don't think had ever happened. And so the barrel of oil, it's not just, gasoline. There's so many things that products are made with petroleum, that we're not even aware of. It really is pretty deep and broad. And also, gasoline products are made with it, and our goods are transported, mainly with diesel fuel. That is changing, I think, but diesel is from a barrel of oil. So if a barrel of oil goes up, a lot of things are going to follow suit to that. And so that's been happening recently. And the government borrowing and spending money. So that's, as I said, that's nothing new, but with just all the stimulus they've been doing and Build Back Better and I don't think that's passed yet, but just all the money they're borrowing from who knows, I mean, from all kinds of people and the Federal Reserve or different countries, and then spending a lot of money. So just pumping money into the economy, giving out money, and it's really money that we don't have. We the tax revenue is less than what the spending is, and that creates a deficit which adds up over time. And our national debt, I think, is about 30 trillion. What did I say? $30 trillion. That's crazy, and that interest has to be paid on that. So that's the second reason. The Federal Reserve controls our money supply, and it's it's our national or our I guess you could say our national bank. It's not really a government entity. I don't fully understand it, but the Federal Reserve, if you look on your money, it's called a Federal Reserve note. And the way they do that is they buy treasury bonds, which puts money into the economy. And, they have other ways too to print money. And when when they add a lot of money to the system, then the money becomes less valuable. And so each dollar we have goes down in value and things cost more. So that's the third reason, the Federal Reserve printing money. And that might actually be the main reason, because they control, the Federal Reserve is really powerful. I mean, they control our money, and without a stable currency, it's not good. I mean, the real estate market, everything is affected by if we have a stable currency or not. The fourth reason we're having supply chain shortages. So there are boats outside of Los Angeles Harbor that are just, sitting there and not unloading. And then people are robbing trains in Los Angeles, and just all kinds of stuff's happening. People are calling in sick, and for whatever reason, or it's really many reasons, there are not products on the shelf. And so the products that are there, tend to go up in price because there aren't as many of them. So that's the way, as I said, I'm not an expert on this. But those are the four reasons I see why we're having inflation. I'd be welcome to anyone's opinion or ideas, or even critiques of what I'm saying. If you think I'm not exactly correct, or if you want to add something, that's fine. And I think that, there's stuff we can do, because we don't control any of that stuff. As an individual person, nothing. So really what you can do is, when you're making your purchases, if you have a choice, you can either not get the product if you think you could go without it, or you can substitute the product for something else. That's another choice. Or you can just go ahead and buy it at the higher price. So yeah, it's a tough time we're in right now. Inflation is probably, I'm not going to predict, but I would guess it's just going to be high for a while, just because of all these factors. And who knows when it'll come back to a more normal level. So we're going to have to live with it and just do the best we can to survive under it. I mean, back to my little driving video, you can try and drive less or combine your trips, not burn so much gas. But all we can do is the best we can. And I want to thank you for watching my video today. God bless you in your struggle with inflation, and God bless us all. I guess that's what Tiny Tim said, right? And so yeah, just take a deep breath. Try not to worry about it too much. It's hard. And have a good day. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you at the next one.